Episode 2, Eliza's first day of school.
Okay class. Today, we're gonna have a new student attending our school. And she'll be coming in a few minutes. Oh, it looks like the new student's here. Come in. Okay, little girl. You may now introduce yourself to the class.
Hey everyone. My name's Eliza. I'm currently 4 years old. And my hobbies are to spend time with family, watch the news, and take walks.
Wow, that girl is so beautiful. I think I'm in love.
Now, I would like everyone to go ahead and introduce yourselves. Starting with the front row.
Oh, Sorry, Mr. Bloom. Hello, Eliza. My name is, Jason Winifred Parker. I don't mean to brag, but, I'm one of the smartest kids in Rapper City Elementary School.
Hey Eliza, my name's Richmonda Cooper. It's nice to meet you.
Hi Eliza. My name's Theodore Stein, but you can call me either Theodore or Dad for short. I grew up at a farm and I like to help milk the cows and stuff like that.
Hey Eliza, my name's Ronald West. One thing to know about me is that I'm a real sports fan. I like to play basketball for fun. Hola Unina, my name's Bruno Lopez. I'm one of 3 triplets.
Whoa. You, with a red shirt, you speak Spanish?
Sí.
Bruno is it? I hope you don't mind me asking you this, but are you Hispanic?
Puerto Rican to be more specific.
Oh. Okay.
Hi Eliza. My name's Katie Coulson. I like to read as a hobby.
So Eliza, there's an empty seat right next to Jason on the left. So, go ahead and take your seat.
Thanks, Mr. Bloom.
So for today's lesson, you're gonna be doing some basic writing skills. I'll pass out some copies of the sheet for each of you so that you can begin. But first, I need to make 6 copies. So I'll be right back.
Jason, just curious, why are you looking so shy all of the sudden?
What? To me?
Yeah, ever since she came in you've been acting all weird.
What do you mean?
Oh come on man, I know that look on yo face. You totally have a crush on the new girl, don't you?
Richmonda, shh. Not in front of the class or the new girl. She's clearly sitting right next to me and Mr. Blum's gonna be coming back in 1 minute and 2.5 seconds. I don't want to make her uncomfortable.
Jason is it?
Yes.
I couldn't help but overhear you and Richmond talking, but Mr. Bloom is actually gonna make a copy for each of us for our assignment before he returns. But also, I'm impressed with the way you make your calculations. You're actually a very smart boy.
Why, thanks Eliza. And you seem to be a very nice girl. Pretty too.
Thanks Jason. You're also kinda cute.
Whoa, dude, Jason's got himself a crush. The new girl seems to be sparking his interest.
Didn't you guys hear her say that she watches the news? She's obviously almost as smart as Jason.
Actually the only news I watch is current events. And I only started watching the news a few weeks ago.
Guess you wanted to keep yourself informed, huh?
Well actually, I'm kinda more of a curious girl. Unfortunately when I first watched the news, I kind of found out something devastating.
What happened?
When I first watched the news, I've learned a terrible truth concerning my parents.
Wait, the news you watched were about your parents? Did something bad happen to them?
No, it's worse than that actually. Before I watched the news, my parents started abusing me for a whole day.
What?
You're a victim of child abuse. What did your parents ever do to you?
First my mom woke me up at 5:30 in the morning by blowing an air horn at me while I was asleep. Then my parents gave me a hard-boiled egg while they had French toast. And when I refused to eat the egg, my mom threatened to spank me for doing so, but then she actually spanked me for calling me crazy. Then my parents grounded me for taking a walk. And finally, my mom threatened to give me another spanking and a concussion and ground me for the rest of my life for calling the police on her and my dad.
But why'd you call the police on your parents?
Because when I watched the news, I found out that my parents got arrested 4 years ago for child abuse and formed a hit squad of child abusers known as the Punishers.
Wait a second. Eliza, you're the daughter of the founding members of the most dangerous gang of child abusers in Rapper City. And your parents have abused you too.
That's exactly what I said. How did you know that?
I overheard your conversation with the other students and I saw those psychopaths on the news a few weeks before you got enrolled here. And also, you're not actually the first student in this school who's been a victim of child abuse. There's actually a few kids in this class who were also victims of said crime.
Really? Who?
I could have you talk to the principal at the end of the day if you wish to know more about it.
Sure, Mr. Bloom. I'd be glad to speak with the principal.
Okay then. Now, once I hand out your assignments, get started for the next half hour or so. And once you're done, sit quietly and wait for the others to finish.
Later, during dismissal.
So, are you the principal of the school?
Yes, I am. And you must be the new student, Eliza Morera Anderson.
Yes. I'm a new student.
Well then. Have a seat. I've heard quite a bit about you. You're the daughter of two of the most dangerous child abusers in Rapper City. You yourself got abused by them in the same manner as your half-siblings, and furthermore, you saved their lives and your own and stood up to your abusive parents even when you testified against them. Thus, helping your foster parents fix the sins of your biological ones.
Wow. Thanks, Principal Harvard.
You're welcome. And also, I'm sorry to hear that your birth parents tried to abuse you. I'm pretty sure your teacher told you that a few of your classmates had the same problem too.
Well, he did actually. I'm just not sure which one of my classmates have abusive parents like mine.
Are you familiar with Jason Parker?
Actually, yes. Jason's actually a nice kid. Smarter than me too. Totally great at mathematics.
Well, according to his mother, Dr. Paula Parker, his father, Gregory Lumberjack Parker, has been abusing him due to Brobdingnagian difference in personalities.
When you say Brobdingnagian, how big exactly of a difference in personalities are we talking here?
Basically, while Jason's the smartest and kindest member of his family, his father is the strongest and, to make matters worse, the meanest. Making him jealous in terms of IQ. One time, after when he got an A+ on his latest science project, his father gave him a brutal concussion because he borrowed his tools and used spare metal parts for his car.
What? Jason was given a concussion by his own dad? That's insane. How strong is that guy?
He's technically as muscular as me, but all the Parkers, even Jason's father himself, called it the Goliath-style knuckle sandwich.
You mean like David and Goliath? Where the underdog competes against the mightiest and most powerful tyrant that ever existed.
Exactly. That cursed beast beat him up so good, Jason claimed to have felt like he was coming apart like molecules, and the pain he suffered from that concussion was excruciating.
Now that's messed up. That guy's a bully. His dad's a big bad jerk.
Well, if you think Mr. Parker was bad, then you should have seen Theodore's mother, Dr. Bernadette LeBlancstein.
What did this Dr. Stein ever do to her son?
Dr. Stein is a Cajun mad scientist. A real quack. She's probably even more insane than a certain psycho Karen you could name. She's been abusing him by conducting wacky experiments. She claimed that her experiments could cure Theodore of his obesity, but in actuality, they had the dangerous side effect of turning him into a ticking time bomb.
Theodore explodes every time his mom conducts experiments on him under the delusion of making him lose weight. That's crazy. What kind of a mother does that to a child?
A bad one.
She's definitely even crazier than my mom could ever be. Anyway, is there anything else I should know?
Have you also met Richmond Cooper?
Yes. Why?
Well, on one hand, both of Richmonder's parents are kind and loving parents. On the other hand, there are other members of her extended family who are bad news.
Really? Who?
Richmonder's aunt and uncle, Juanita and Rufus. And Rufus is Richmonder's paternal uncle and her father's older brother.
What did they ever do to her?
Even though Richmonder's cousin, Marcy, is a troublemaker, her parents have been abusing and neglecting her, giving her the belt, and starving her.
What kind of trouble did this Marcy ever cause?
Well, that might be something you're gonna have to ask Richmonder about.
Okay.
Anyway, you're dismissed.
When Eliza got home.
Hey Eliza. How was your first day at school?
It was great. I actually made a few friends who were all very nice. However, during dismissal, I heard from the principal that 3 of my classmates from Mr. Bloom's writing class have abusive relatives in their families.
Really? Which ones?
The boy who sat next to me during class, Jason, has been abused by his father because he was jealous of his intelligence. The black girl in the same row as us, Richmonda, has a troublemaking cousin named Masai who's been getting abused by her parents who are also Richmonda's paternal aunt and uncle. As for the boy sitting behind Richmonda, Theodore, he's the son of a Cajun mad scientist who's been conducting wacky and lethal experiments to treat his obesity.
Those poor kids. I can't believe their parents have been treating them unfairly.
Yeah. And I think Richmonda's aunt and uncle might be the cause of Masai's bad behavior from what Principal Harvard told me upon finding out about my biological parents.
How did your principal find out about that?
I told my class a little bit about how my biological parents treated me, and while Mr. Bloom overheard my conversation, he mentioned seeing them on the news before I got enrolled.
So your school knew about you before we got you enrolled?
Pretty much. But the principal did congratulate me on what I did to stand up to my parents while at the same time, feeling sorry for all the abuse I myself have gone through.
Wow! Your survivor-like personality made you a really popular student. But the important thing is that you had a good first day at school today.
I sure did.